Hello and welcome to this special bonus edition of Vikings and Valkyries, which is entirely designed to make your lives easy and distill the past 20 episodes into one 5-minute long chunk of thought and memory. If you haven't had the time to listen to nearly 40 hours of Vikings and Valkyries episodes, then this is the synopsis for you. The story at the heart of our campaign, the Thought and Memory Saga, is a tragic tale of sacrifice and sorrow, involving the twilight of gods and men, as told partly in my novel The All-Father Paradox, and then continued in the role-playing game When the Wolf Comes. Now, we have been lucky enough on this podcast to have all kinds of Norse-minded academics, artists, and authors enter the Vikingverse, and so we thank you for coming with us into this reimagined Ragnarok and exploring the world of When the Wolf Comes. And just a reminder not to get too attached to anyone around the gaming table. Hugin, Thought, and Munin, Memory, are Odin's ravens. They once perched on his shoulders and reconnoitred to the ends of the earth, returning each evening to whisper him news. That is, until the Skald Order captured the Raven God and stripped him of his spies. From the secrets they stole, they built the first Thought and Memory drive used for interplanetary travel. But as Odin might have warned the thieves, knowledge comes at a cost. Their unwise incisions also cut loose his wolves, Geri and Freki, spreading greed and avarice across the 9 homeworlds. The sons of Ivaldi, already covetous and deceitful, were driven mad by this hunger. They contracted with tricksters to destroy the Skald and their base at Mimisbruna, triggering the cataclysm known as the Swordfall. In an instant, the mechanists and all of their hubris boiled away to nothingness. Now, 5 years after the Swordfall, the sons of Ivaldi are as voracious as ever. They have seized the mantle of Mimisbruna and gained control of the Skald's technologies. Still consumed by wolfish fervor, they crave even more wealth and wisdom, including the greatest prize of all, immortality. Hugin and Munin, meanwhile, never rest. They still fly far and wide on their pointed wings, searching for instruments of their salvation. It just so happens the Ravens have selected the player characters as their fated champions. Now, for those who want a little bit more detail, please listen on. After the Swordfall, Midgard was left a frigid wasteland, prowled by nightmares, and all but abandoned by the Empire. As the campaign begins in the far north, a new power has arisen amid the anarchy. Under the pretense of studying the great sweeping Fimbulwinter, an Evaldian magnate named Bangsi has led a group of his kin to Helpmakar, a small town that has somehow survived in the shadow of the marching glacier. Goaded by Geri and Freki, Bangsi grasps for yet more power. Mantle of the gods themselves. The havoc wrought by the Swordfall has given his so-called Winter Wise the cover they need to source the rare materials and minerals for their ascension. They have opened up exploratory mines across the polar ring worth trillions and are preparing undersea exploration programs planning to exploit the untouched resources of the Arctic. Under the cloak of this legitimacy, the sons of Ivaldi have also sequestered the backup for the supercomputer MIM in cold storage within their secret facilities. Stolen under the very noses of the Skald, the machine is being regrown and reconnected in utmost secrecy. When it comes online, Bangsi's followers in the Church of the 1-0 hope to use its vast wisdom to accelerate their ascension to godhood. However, the sons of Ivaldi have no idea that Hugin and Munin are part of the consciousness of their new machine, the Vikingverse equivalent of CPU and RAM, or that the Ravens continue to whisper news across space and time. Given advance warning of its destruction and the treachery of the sons of Ivaldi, the original Mim took a risk to attract the attention of saga-worthy heroes. Moments before the Swordfall, the machine opened a rift between past and present, catapulting a hijacked craft through and providing the pirates within with the coordinates for Hatmakar. In the present day, the rift appears to our heroes as a crimson scar, an unexplained aurora in the ionosphere. Mim has baited the heroes into the recent past to expose what truly happened on the orbital ring station of Mimis Bruna and prevent its future incarnation coming online. In the background, centuries ago, the original inhabitants of the Polar Wilds sold the land around Hatmakar to a maritime explorer named Bjarnason. The land deed has been passed down through generations and over the course of the campaign has ended up in the possession of the player characters. Should the deed come to light, it could completely derail the Sons of Ivaldi's nefarious plans. So, that about sums up where we've got to in 20 episodes. Thank you for listening. If you've listened this far and made sense of the mayhem and bedlam, there are only 2 more episodes to go until we reach our thrilling conclusion and work out exactly who is on the stairway.